Welcome to Rory and Peyton's Brave Climb, written by April Kirkendall. This story is about two adventurous friends who embark on a journey filled with excitement, teamwork, and courage.
For NNN, my everyday reminders of love and courage. You teach me resilience every day.
Peyton stood at the foot of Mount Hope, her eyes wide, breath held tight. The mountain stretched toward the heavens, a giant that guarded the sky. The sun cast long shadows, turning the rocky path into a jagged line that cut through the earth. Every year, the bravest kids in the village attempted the climb. Every year, they left with stories to tell. Rory, tall and steady like the oak trees back home, was known for his resilience, his unyielding spirit as reliable as the dawn. He was the kind of boy who dug deep when the world tried to overwhelm him like a storming sea. Peyton, with her wild curls that the wind loved to play with, was known for her fire and perseverance. She'd been knocked down and bruised, but each time she rose. She rose stronger, like a phoenix from the ashes. Rory looked at Peyton, his voice steady as he asked,
You ready, Peyton?
Peyton's heart did a little flip, but she nodded, the knot in her chest tightening. Ready as I'll ever be, Rory. Her voice didn't waver, even if her hands did. The mountain loomed large, its cliffs daring her to climb, its rocks daring her to fall. They took their first steps together, feet heavy with the weight of what lay ahead. The sun was merciless, a fiery beast that watched their every move. Peyton's shoes slipped on the loose gravel, and she went down hard, knees scraping against the earth. Rory was at her side in an instant, hand outstretched, his eyes searching hers.
Are you good, Peyton?
Peyton swallowed the tears that threatened to spill and nodded. I'm good. We're good. Let's keep going. But as they climbed, the mountain seemed to grow taller, the rocks sharper. Each step was a battle. Rory's legs screamed for rest, his breath shallow in his chest. Peyton's hands shook as she gripped the jagged edges, pulling herself up with every ounce of strength she had. They reached a point where the path narrowed to almost nothing, and the only way forward was across a gap that seemed to stretch wider the longer they looked at it. Rory froze, his heart pounding in his chest like a drum.
Peyton, I don't know if I can do this.
Peyton's voice was soft but sure. You can, Rory. I know you can. She stepped back, took a deep breath, and ran. The wind caught her curls as she leaped across the chasm, landing with a thud on the other side. She turned back, her eyes fierce with determination. Now you! Rory hesitated, the fear sitting heavy in his gut. But he remembered his mother's words.
Strength isn't just about muscle. It's about the heart. It's about pushing through when everything inside you says stop.
He took a breath, ran, and leaped. For a moment, he was suspended in the air, and then his feet hit solid ground, and Peyton's hand was there, pulling him to safety. They rested, hearts pounding in unison. The summit still a distant dream. But as they caught their breath, the sky darkened and the wind turned cold, gnawing at their resolve like waves against a crumbling shore. The mountain, already unforgiving, became a beast of another kind. The rocks, slick with rain, betrayed them with every step. Peyton slipped again, this time harder, and for a moment she wanted to let go, to fall back down to where the ground was steady and the air was kind. "Rory, I can't," she whispered, tears mingling with the rain that streamed down her face. But Rory, his voice steady as the oak, shook his head.
Yes, you can, Peyton. You're the strongest person I know. Remember when you fell off your bike, scraped up and bruised, but you didn't quit? You got back on and rode till you couldn't ride, like the wind. This is just another ride. We're almost there.
Peyton looked at him, really looked, and something inside her shifted. She wasn't just Peyton. She was fire. She was perseverance. She wasn't just climbing a mountain. She was climbing life itself, and she wasn't about to let it beat her. Slowly, painfully, they climbed, step by step, hand over hand, the rain washing away their doubts. Every time Peyton thought she couldn't go on, Rory's voice was there, a beacon in the storm, guiding her, reminding her of the strength she carried inside. And then, just as the last light of the sun began to fade, they reached the summit. The world below spread out before them, vast and beautiful. As the sky bled into shades of gold and pink, the rain had stopped and the clouds parted, revealing a sunset that painted the heavens with colors they had never seen. "We did it," Peyton whispered, awe and exhaustion tangled in her voice.
Yeah, we did.
Rory agreed, pride swelling in his chest.
We didn't give up.
They stood there, side by side, soaking in the view, the journey behind them, and the world at their feet. The climb hadn't been just about reaching the top. It had been about every step, every stumble, every moment they pushed each other forward. Peyton smiled at Rory, a new fire in her eyes. "We're Peyton and Rory, perseverance and resilience." Rory grinned back, the setting sun reflecting in his eyes.
And together, we can do anything.
And with that, they began the climb back down, knowing that whatever came next, they would face it together, one step at a time. And that's the story of Rory and Peyton's brave climb. Thank you for listening. Remember, courage isn't about never being afraid. It's about believing in yourself and taking the next step. And if you want to listen to this story again, or even read along with a grown-up, visit aprilik.com to find more books like Rory and Peyton's Brave Climb. Want to dive deeper into today's story? I put together a PDF with discussion questions and multiple choice questions to help spark great conversations. Whether you're a parent, teacher, or just a curious listener, this is a great way to keep the adventure going. Click the link in the episode notes to download your copy now.